Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Coffee with Craig show. We'll be talking about commercial real estate in Central and Eastern Europe. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special edition of the Coffee with Craig show. Again, we're here at MIPIM on the Thursday, which is always the busiest day. And I'm here with Renata Osiecka, founder and managing partner of AXI IMMO Group. Renata, welcome and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Craig. It's a lovely day. Although we're busy, yeah.
Very busy. I think very busy MIPIM, and I'd say as you're in the industrial and warehouse sector, you're in one of those lucky sectors this year. Let's call it this year.
That's true.
Renata, as we have a lot of international viewers, and maybe some of them don't know you yet, tell us a little bit about your history and your experience in the Polish industrial market.
Yeah, actually, I started 25 years ago, but in the residential sector. So through my career, I actually touched a little bit various asset classes. But truly speaking, that's industrial sector is my core expertise. And 15 years ago, I set up, I founded AXI IMMO, which is national, I would say the largest independent service provider. We have agency team, and we have a property management team. And since 2 years, I was lucky to invite Greg Chmielak to be a partner for the valuation and capital market. So this is the area of expertise we want to grow, definitely. Yeah, we have 6 offices in 6 largest cities and core markets. So I believe we are very close to the clients and to the market. So as you mentioned, we are known for the industrial sector, as it was my first initial expertise, and the first team was set up around this industry. So we are actually very well known from that asset class, and we have very strong leasing team and land acquisition team. So we do 360 degrees services around this sector.
Around industrial. Yeah, I remember 15, 16 years ago, I remember when you set up and you had the launch party. I was there even for that.
Yeah,
so
true.
A great start. And so now 6 offices. How many people?
75 people.
75. Okay.
So it's I would say it's not a big company, but obviously for the private operation it's quite intensive. And yeah, we did our record here in 2022. We leased 960,000 square meters of industrial logistics space. So yeah, last year was not so good, but we also cannot complain.
Yeah, still big years, I think. Yeah. Even when I'm talking to some of the big users of industrial space, they're not growing at 100%, only 8% or 10%. So I guess
is still good.
Also still great. So tell us a little bit more. We're here at MIPIM. It seems like a lot. Of course, all the boats, all the investors see. When you're hearing about investor problems and banking problems, the investors and banks seem to be okay. And seem to be doing well as their big stands, big parties. But how do you see in just kind of the couple of days of being here at MIPIM, what does it seem like as far as the sentiment in Poland, and how is the Polish market for industrial?
I can see 3 different views, obviously investors, occupiers, and developers, right? So if we are talking about investors, they had very good years after them, so they are not really under pressure to dispose. And that was the major factor that the market was so slow last year. The good things, what we are observing, that the gap between expectations of the sellers and buyers, it's
getting
smaller.
A bit closer. Yeah. Okay.
I would say that around 50 bips on the prime logistic asset. It's something which make the expectation closer. So that fact probably will motivate some investors to be more active, because so far we see only a few which are really active, and those are really in a great position, right? Because they are the only ones.
Less competition to buy.
Less competition, completely different sentiment and atmosphere for transaction that it was 2 years ago, where there were queues for product, right? So I think investors are coming back a little bit. They are talking about pipelines for the end of the year.
Right.
some of them, they are looking for opportunities, standard products, value-add products. So there are various appetites from various type of investors. But yeah, generally, I would say that's better sentiment than it was last year.
Right. I mean, what I notice about looking at the Polish market is it's a very strong market for tenants. More tenants are coming in, more companies are coming in. They need bigger space. So for leasing and tenants moving into space, great. And it seems to be it was just a little slower on the investor side, maybe because conflict in Ukraine or interest rates or different things or the pricing. But as far as the market goes, it seems great place to be building warehouses or developing warehouses.
Yes, you are definitely right. Last year was a little bit slower for occupiers. It was only 5.7 million square meters of gross take-up, which is not the record 21-22 years result, but it's also surpassed the pre-pandemic level. So from the tenant side, the traditional market, the traditional tenants were active, like retailers, like 3PL, some of the e-commerce as well. The largest transaction in Wrocław, it was e-commerce, for example. And in terms of the market locations, which are the more favorite ones for the last year, was Wrocław, Kraków, Gdańsk, which and Central Poland seems to be a little bit slower with a high vacancy. But yeah, last year also what we could observe that occupiers, they were looking for cost optimization, so they are looking for just reserves. They were not so keen on expansion just for the expansion, but pricing and rents are much higher than they were in the past. So, so they are looking for some cost optimization. But anyway, it's a very strong market, as you are saying.
Yeah, I'm not surprised what you said about Gdansk, Gdynia area, Pomerania region. It seems like a lot of it is happening up there, and a lot of investment is also happening up there.
There are completely new cities, new ring roads, the new investment in infrastructure. They always open new space and new area for new companies.
And always nice to be up on the Baltic Riviera. We're here in the French Riviera. Always nice to visit the Baltic Riviera as well.
Unless it brings some business, yes.
Right. So if you're talking to international investors that are not here yet, are there any opportunities for them? Are they too late? What are the opportunities? What should they do?
You know, there are various ideas, right? They can look at. Obviously, everyone is looking for the better financial condition, interest rate specifically. But yeah, there are various developers who are seeking for the capital to deploy into new products. So market is mature, very good. There are very good service providers. So it's just kind of strategy. There are substandard product, there are prime product, there are various,
it depends on what you want.
Various ideas you can implement. So we work with various different type of investors, and they are happy.
Right. I mean, I can see that the Polish market is quite strong just from the simple fact that a lot of the investors that I know that come in and are looking for distressed assets, I see them, they're happy the very first day they land in Poland, they're ready to buy things. Then like 3 weeks later, they're not so happy because they haven't found anything. Actually, they're like, there's nothing distressed here in Poland. It's going so well. Yeah.
Well, it's as I'm saying, Polish market is the fourth or the third, depending on the year, of industrial market. We have 32 million square meters yearly. So it's I would say it's very strong presence of various investors, and even though the last year was not so active with new investment, it's still strong.
Taking a little breath. Yeah, well, that's okay. Well, Renata, thank you very much for your time today. It was really great to see you, and thank you for a few minutes. I know you're busy today. Great to have you. Renata Osiecka from AXI IMMO Group. Again, thank you for coming, and thank you all for watching the Coffee with Craig show here at MIPIM, and stay tuned for the news. Click here to subscribe to the Coffee with Craig show, and don't forget to share it with your friends.